Hey, Mr. O's math students. Haven't had a video to you about math for a little bit. I wanted you to focus on your tests, do well on those, getting them back from you. Some of you are doing quite well. If I send you corrections or ideas of what you've done right or wrong back, it's giving you the opportunity to make corrections. So make the corrections on there and get a better grade. You're shooting for the 3. That's the only thing you can, if you had a 1, you can get a 2, maybe a 3. If you had a 2, shoot for the 3. So that's all it is. You can't go down, so you may as well go up and give it a try. Worst case scenario is you stay the same as what you were. I sent out worksheets, the relations and functions worksheets. Don't worry about them till next week. I'm going to give you some background information on it right now. I want you to still focus on your stinking tests. Finish up those tests that you have for equations now. Those are more important. Do well on those. The worksheets for relations and functions, I'm going to give you just some background information. We'll get more stuff maybe later today, more than likely not until next Tuesday when we come back from our 4-day Easter break. I think it's Easter. I don't even know what day it is with this COVID crap going on. I hope all of you are well, but first things first. Domain and range. Domain and range are the x value and the y value in an ordered pair. That's all they are. When they use the terms domain, it just means the x value, x in an ordered pair, and the y value is the range. Now, ordered pairs, if you remember, that's the ordered pairs how you plot a point. 7, 1 means you go right 7, up 1, plot the point on a graph on this sucker. So here's the origin, right 7, up 1, that kind of a deal. That's all the domain and range means for you to do. Plotting points on a graph. We're going back into graphing, so fun stuff within algebra. Now, 2 more terms that they're going to throw at you, and this is the main focus of this chapter: relations and functions. Relations and functions. A relation is a collection of ordered pairs. Like I've got right here, they're just a group of ordered pairs. There's no rhyme or reason to them. It's just a bunch of points. It's all a relation is. Now, a function is a special type of relation. It is a collection of ordered pairs still, but I don't need to write it. I can just write a relation that has no domains the same, no x values the same. So if you look at this relation up here in this group, if you look at the x values, I want to make sure I'm pointing at the right ones. The x values, they are all different from each other. They are all different. So they are all, this would be a function because none of the domains are the same. Okay, now they will tell you to do something, scary face. They will tell you to do something, an arrow graph or an arrow diagram. The arrow diagram is just when you write the domains and ranges out in a list, domains on the right, ranges on the left, and you make a arrow combining. Domains are on the right, ranges are on the left. The domain for our first order pair, you see what we had before, okay? 2, 7, there's an arrow there. The next one is -3, 9, boom. For -5, 3, and 9, -3. If you look at this, there's a 1-to-1 relationship for all of these values, okay? All of these suckers have just one thing that they're going to. Now, what happens if I take this original deal right here, and instead of it being a +3, or a -3, I make it a +3. So that means in this original drawing that I did here, you have this. You have your domains that each are going in arrows grouping over. Did that change make this a function? Is it still a function, or did it just make it a plain old relation? Think, pause it if you need to, go back and look at the other stuff. You're right, this is still a function. Each one of these just matches up with one number, okay? The ordered pairs, if you look at our original ordered pairs, and I changed this -3 to a +3, are any of the x values the same in any of those ordered pairs? No. That means it's still a function. Now, if I would have changed one of these x values, let's say this 2 here, I make it a -3. Oh, now you see 2 domains are the same. How would that show in our other one? the original drawing over here, I got rid of the 2 that was up here. Ooh, look at this. Now you have 2 different arrows. Yeah, 2 different arrows going from the -3. You can't have that. You can't have 2 roads coming out of a domain. You can have just a 1 road on this. So by changing that 3 or 2 to a -3 in this one, that changes that relation from a function to just a plain old relation. Okay? That general info is all you need. 5-minute video here. Again, don't worry about those worksheets I sent to you. Okay? They're not important right now. We'll go back to them on Tuesday next week. If you want to start working on them, great. Okay, I haven't even made an assignment out of it yet. I just gave you the information in those papers. I haven't even said do numbers 1 through 9 or 2 through 7 or 1, 9, 3. Doesn't matter right now. Your focus is the pre-test that we did last week, which some of you still have not handed in, and the test this week, okay? And some of you are sending in good work and problems and all that stuff, and I'll send back to you. Go back and watch the videos that I made from last week. Some of those give you direct answers to what you were supposed to have done on the test. I think some of you are forgetting that you can use the videos on this test and the notes and the old quizzes and all that stuff. There's a reason I gave you feedback on those problems last week. They were to help you with your test. So go on back, take care of that. I will see you soon, I hope. Bye-bye.